Hey guys, it's George. Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the Melon Music Awards 2023 red carpet fashion. We were not given a lot. Let me just say that now. I'm hoping with this video I can make this red carpet a lot more entertaining for you than what we initially got. Because boy, oh boy. Let me apologize now for my voice. I'm recovering from a cold. I sound a lot better than I did, so we'll take it, we'll roll with it. I apologize. If you are a regular viewer, you know what's up, and thank you so much for being a regular. But if you are new here, hi, hello. Let me explain how this style of videos works. We're gonna kick off the video with some red carpet trends, then we're gonna jump into the best dressed, go through the other attendees to the carpet, and then finish off with my worst dressed section. Anyways, or I should not do that. Anyways, let's jump into the trend portion of today's video. I noticed two trends at the Melon Music Awards, and the first one is black. We had 13 artists attending the MMA's 2023 red carpet, and 8 out of 13 of them gave us black. That's like, what, about 70% roughly? Maybe like 65. Yeah. Come on. As much as I love me some black, you gotta give me more. You know, we got black looks from IMASE, Kiss of Life, NCT Dream, RIIZE, SHINee, Silica Gel, StayC, and ZEROBASEONE. The second trend that I picked up on was a continuation of this strong shoulder trend. I live for this strong shoulder trend. Oh my god. I live for this strong shoulder trend. I spoke about it in my mama video. We're seeing it a lot at Fashion Week and collections. We're seeing it a lot in stores, and we're seeing it a lot on these K-pop red carpets. IMASE gave us strong shoulders. Jeno, NCT Dream gave us a really strong shoulder. We got it from RIIZE's Unsok. This cold's fucking with my head. Okay. We got it from RIIZE's Unsok, SHINee's Taemin, ZEROBASEONE's Gyuvin and Ricky. I live. Let me just like stuff some shoulder pads under my sweater vest to make them stick out. Moving on to my best dressed section, my best dressed female idols from the Melon Music Awards, it has to be aespa. My girls, aespa. We're in aespa's drama era, you know, and these looks make perfect sense for the red carpet. These are aespa's stage looks for their Trick or Trick and drama performance, and I think they're the perfect balance of stage and red carpet. These looks are giving us drama, they're giving us color, and they are the red, black, and tartan version of those red and black looks from the MV, so you can instantly pick up on that reference, which I think is incredibly smart. You know exactly where these looks are inspired from. I think the uses of the tartan and the brooches on each of the girls' looks, it just gives them a completely different vibe, but you can still relate it back. You'll also notice that the tartan is on different scales. On Karina and Winter, we're getting that larger scale of, why have I lost my train of thought? Oh my god, tartan. And on Giselle and Ning Ning, we're getting that slightly smaller scale. We're also getting different levels of the red and the black. Giselle's has a lot more use of black. Ning Ning's, you won't see any black at all. It's predominantly all red. And then Winter and Karina have a balance. I absolutely love Ning Ning's shoes. These flat-form boots with the tartan tighten her look beautifully. The gloves on Winter's are such a beautiful finishing touch, and they work so well on the carpet and in the performance. I also love how these gloves give us the look of an off-the-shoulder cut, which is just so flattering. The lines of Karina's are my favorite. How we're getting the black mesh of the brooches sweeping across the body from that shoulder piece to the waist. It's just so flattering. On Giselle's look, I love how heavy Yes, cute. On Giselle's look, I love how heavy the use of necklaces and brooches are. Her silhouette is more simple than the other members. They've made up for that with that detail, and the black leather belt really snatching her in at the waist, really emphasizing her waist. It's so, so flattering, and I always love it when we see Giselle in a silhouette that looks good on her because, you know, it's hit or miss. She either looks fantastic or it's kind of like, oh, what have we done to Giselle? We obviously need to speak about the wardrobe malfunction that Giselle had on stage, and in my professional opinion, this is down to a construction problem. During the performance of Trick or Trick, you can see a layer of the mesh slowly coming out of place and falling down, and then you can see it's getting stuck under her boot, and you know, that's obviously very dangerous if you're dancing on stage. You could slip, you could get trapped in it and like lose lack of movement. You know, it's not good. When she then goes under the stage for drama, you can see her like frantically like trying to tie it up. When I first saw the performance and saw them come back up on the other side, I assumed someone was helping her sort that out, but so many fan cams of like their performance, you can see her like frantically trying to fix it herself. This obviously wasn't an intentional thing. I feel like when there are wardrobe malfunctions, people always jump to attack the stylist, saying it's their fault, it was intentional, it's sabotage. Like, if you're employed as a stylist by an idol group, I don't think you're going to be trying to sabotage them somehow. No. These dresses have layers of mesh, and mesh has lots of tiny little holes in it, so either this wasn't sewn securely in place enough with the correct tension on the sewing machine, or it's slowly been ripped out of place with the movement of the choreo. We don't know. I can't look at the costume and tell you what's happened to it, but it is a shame, but Giselle was quick on her feet, fixing it. That's kind of a pun, isn't it? Quick on her feet. But yeah, these things happen. It's not the stylist's fault. It's not their intention for these things to happen, obviously. Anyway, aespa, best dressed female idols, drama, color, silhouettes, detail, perfect for the stage, perfect for the red carpet. My best dressed male idols, Boy Next Door. I was so impressed when they came out on the carpet. If you saw my Mama video, you saw my opinion. It was nice, but it's just kind of like, we've seen this kind of look before many, many times. Here at the Melon Music Awards, this is a big step up for Boy Next Door. I think it's a lot more contemporary and cool, and I think that's down to the use of knitwear. We're also getting that grey, black and white colour palette with the use of gingham that we saw at Mama on Zyka's and Nizzy U, and I really do love this colour palette. I know it's still in that black and white realm, but the use of the gingham, the grey, it just lifts it ever so slightly, like ever so slightly, you know? Taesan looks incredibly chic in the all grey set with the leather tie, the wire style brooch. I really love RIIZE knit with that tie styled over the top, and I feel like this is a potential trend that I'm picking up on, as we saw it on JO1's Izzy. Please correct me if I've got that pronunciation wrong. Jaeyeon, I love the collar detail with that wide leg trouser. You guys know by now my thoughts on a wide leg trouser versus a slim cut. I think it just immediately gives you a more contemporary silhouette, especially in combination with the chunky shoe. Sungho's styling is similar to RIIZE, where he's got the tie worn over the top of the sweater, but this is a pussy bow tie shirt, so it's not a separate piece. The brooch is a really nice finishing touch, and I'm assuming that the brooch is Chanel because it is a camellia flower, and this flower is synonymous with Chanel, and you'll notice that other members are also wearing Chanel brooches. Eunhak on the very end. Okay, tell me if I got the pronunciation correct. So I've seen online that you're not supposed to pronounce the W. That's just someone on Twitter, so, you know, let me know. Eunhak, I think the shape of the collar on his knit is really beautiful and cool, and the finishing touch of the Chanel brooch, it just adds the little pop that it needs. You can't go wrong with a Chanel brooch. Ihan's has to be my favorite. Again, pronunciation on Twitter, it's telling me to drop the L. Let me know. Ihan's has to be my favorite. The white shirt, the knitted black tank, the black tie, the gingham trousers with the split over the shoe, and then the detail of the Chanel brooch worn through the knot of the tie. Like, come on. So chic, so contemporary. I love. Moving on to our other attendees, we have, and in my British self, I want to say IMASE, but thinking about it, IMASE? IMASE. If you don't know who IMASE is, he is a Japanese singer-songwriter that debuted in 2021 and found success in 2022 with the viral single Night Dancer. I do really like this look. The suit itself is a simple contemporary cut. This is an SB2 single-breasted 2-button. It is quite a cropped jacket, and you'll see that the break, which is where the lapel folds back to where the buttons sit, it comes down quite low, and those buttons are placed quite close together. The suit also has a pair of wide leg trousers, and wide leg trousers is something that we're seeing quite a lot on the Japanese artists who are attending these red carpets. The trousers also look like they have a satin side stripe, which is characteristics of a tux, so I really like that design detail. For me, it's all about the stitch details in the metallic silver and the royal blue that give this look like the punch that it needs. We can see the same detail is on the collar of the white shirt, but it just looks like it's in like a grey or a black. I wish this was in the royal blue because it would really jump off of the white and then tie into the suit. And when it comes to the styling, I feel like the styling is just a bit dull. Going for this grey tie that's been tied in a very like classic full knot. I'm not familiar with like ties, but I think it's full knot, but it's just giving us a very classic finish to a very contemporary suit. So there's just a bit of like a disconnect there for me. So nice look, just needs some better styling. Next up we have IVE. IVE always given me so much to talk about, and this year it's no different, so let's unpack this. Overall, I do like this, and this is a huge improvement for IVE. Last year there was such a massive lack of cohesion. All of the members looked like they were being styled separately and they were just turning up to the same event, whereas here we're getting a united group front and it looks like the girls are attending the same event. Yes, we have 3 more grand outfits and 3 more plain outfits. There is a disconnect there, but at least they do come together and give a cohesive, united front. Something new from IVE that we're seeing. RIIZE dress is a really beautiful fit, and you can see that it's this tweed fabric covered in sequins that are cut out at the side with the bow detail, and then you're getting that metallic edging. It's not as grand as some of her other members, and you don't really get to see that tweed texture in the photographs, so that is a detail that's lost, but it is a really nice look, just not as extravagant as her other members. Kyul, this is another great fit. The off-the-shoulder cut is very chic, and then in pairing with the circle skirt with all of the bows, it really pulls her waist in. I'm not really keen on the styling. I think when you have an off-the-shoulder cut, you don't need a necklace. Let the clavicle be the star of the show. Keep it clean. And then the shoes, just give her a more exciting pair of shoes. You're giving Kyul a more simple look, so give her a better pair of shoes, you know. Give the girl something. Give her something. Wonyoung is a beautiful dress, there is no denying. It's very soft and feminine, from the light fabrics, the flower applique around the high-low hem. Ooh, what a voice crack. And then we're getting the puff sleeves, incredibly feminine. The shoe as well is fantastic. The fact that you're getting the strap below the ankle, you can really see how it extends the leg. So, you know, when I'm making all these comments about an ankle strap cutting people's legs off, you now see the difference. Clearly, Wonyoung's dress has this pinky, peachy tone to it, which the other members don't. I don't really understand that personally. Like, okay, but it doesn't offend me. It works within the set. Yujin's dress, this is another very soft, feminine dress, and the body lines of it are so beautiful. The sweetheart neckline, which wraps into that off-the-shoulder cut with the frill that ties into the split, so soft. And then you can see the sweetheart neckline, it wraps into that line at the waist, and then it pulls back out to the hip. Just the fact it goes like this, so soft, so flattering. And then obviously we have the high-low hem. I'm not gonna call it a split. I think I did just call it a split, but to me this doesn't look like a split because it's coming up and then goes down. It looks too wide to be a split to me personally, but It's just my opinion. The ruffle as well really adds the softness to this look. The styling, it's okay. They've given her a nice shoe and it's got that nude tone so it ties into Wonyoung's, but we don't need the necklace with the dress. Just keep it clean. Like, we don't need that heavy like circle gold necklace. It doesn't, what does it add? Liso's dress, I think this is stunning, but her hair in the way of the neckline, I just find it really irking me. When you look at all of the other members besides Liz, they've got their hair tucked one behind the shoulder, one in front. You're getting to see the lines of the dress, but having your hair in front when you have an off-the-shoulder cut, it ruins the moment of the off-the-shoulder cut. You're not getting to see the clavicle, the lines. Do you know what I mean? It just blocks it. Her hair should have been done like the other members, or her hair should have been tied up to give the full effect and softness of this. The fit of the dress looks great. I think the contrast of the opaque section and the sheer section works perfectly. You really get to pick up on the detail of the flower applique. Applique. Flower applique and the ostrich feathers. It's a beautiful, soft dress, a lot more grand than her other, oh my god, wow. It is a beautiful, soft dress, a lot more grand than her other members, but we don't need the necklace. Not with this dress. My classic style comment coming back here. Ankle straps and necklaces. My two enemies. Liz, I have the same comment on the hair as Liso, but I think the fit of this dress on Liz is so beautiful. I think this dress is, yes, far more simple than the previous three that we just spoke about. This ties more into Ray and Guyul's looks. I also think this look could have been styled a lot better. We've given her a very light, simple necklace and a very simple shoe. Amp up the styling. If you're gonna go for a simple dress, amp up the styling. I'm still waiting for the day that we see fair styling on IVE. Will it ever come? Who the fuck knows? But we do have to admit, regardless, this is a huge improvement on last year. Huge. Continuing with our female idols, we've got Kiss of Life. If you don't know who Kiss of Life are, they are a 4-member group under S2 Entertainment and they debuted in July this year. If I'm correct, this is Kiss of Life's first red carpet at an end of year show, and this is what they're put in. I literally have nothing to speak about. We have got 4 little black dresses that are very plain, and the styling is massively lacking. The only one that has interest is Hanul on the very right. The midriff cutout, the hidden buttons, the way the blazer dress has that shape, yes. The shoe, no. Prime example of cutting a woman's leg off at the wrong point with that thick black strap. Great. What else is there to talk about? Why would you send your new group to their first end of year show in such boring outfits? You've literally sent one of your members out in a black tube dress with no styling, and you've not even given her a nice hairstyle to make up for the fact that you've put her in something so plain. S2 Entertainment needs to step it up. Next. Lee Young-ji, this is her stage look on the red carpet. For me, this just does not work as a balance between stage look and red carpet. I honestly don't have anything else to say about it. It just, her stage look doesn't work on the red carpet. I don't really vibe with it, so sorry, I don't really have anything else to add. Another one that we're just going to be skimming over, because this is the third year that NCT Dream have been sent out onto the red carpet in classic tailoring middle-aged men would wear. I'm fucking over it. I'm so over it. I can't even begin to tell you. We have a fucking Ferragamo brand ambassador on the red carpet. Ferragamo is such a cool brand. Oh my god, I lust over some of their stuff. Am I gonna send him out in this? No. Mm-mm. Moving on. Up next, we've got NewJeans. And NewJeans, you've given me something to talk about, so thank you so much. What I find interesting about the set of looks is when I initially saw these looks on the red carpet, my initial reaction was just like, oh, fuck me, here we go again. And then I watched their stage performance and was just like, oh, okay, it's their stage looks on the red carpet, and the stage performance makes their outfits make sense. Let me explain. On stage, NewJeans, the members had their own solo moments, and then they came together at the end for their song. So where they were having their solo moments on stage, it makes these outfits make sense. You know, each member's getting their strong look, and then they come together. The color palette for me when they come together is just a bit jarring because we're getting blacks, reds, blues, greens, pinks. The green and pink doesn't work with the blue, the red, the black. On the red carpet, they don't come together like how they come together on the stage. And as red carpet looks, they don't work. As stage looks, they do. I like them as stage looks, but red carpet, no. I think for me, Haerin and Danielle's outfits have to be my favorite, and that's down to the paneling of their trousers. I love that shape that comes in, and then how it's so clear in the denim on Haerin and also in the red and black on Danielle. The top half of their outfits are also adding a lot of interest. On Haerin, we're getting the denim angel wings and then that white bolero-esque jacket over the top. I think this is really, really cool. And then on Danielle, we're getting that silver metallic 3D bra piece that's been worn over the top of this very subtly patterned crop top. And I like how on the red carpet, she's got this like pink fluffy like shawl around her arms, and then on stage they swapped that out for the gloves, so you know it's going to be better for her to perform in, but we're still getting the same vibe. I think that's really, really smart. So NewJeans for the stage, yes. For the red carpet, no, but that's not really hard balance to strike. Next up, we've got RIIZE, and oh, isn't this a fall from grace? This is a bit of a fall from grace. We're seeing some NCT styling overflowing here into RIIZE, and I feel like a lot of the details are being lost. When I saw these looks on their Instagram page, you can pick up on the details beautifully, but where we're getting a lot of black and the details are also dark on these outfits, it's getting lost, and it's a shame. From what I can see, all of the members are wearing Louis Vuitton apart from Unsok. Looking at that triangle pocket detail on the jacket, that screams Bottega to me. Sungchan and Shotaro are getting those classic overflowing vibes from NCT. It's kind of like SM forgot that they're now part of RIIZE. Shotaro, we're getting a very classic, simple, all black look, single-breasted 2-button, white shirt and a tie. In the picture, you are losing the detail of the tie. You're getting that Louis Vuitton square pattern, and you can see on the body that there's some kind of embroidery here, but that doesn't stop it from being incredibly classic, and it looks very disjointed with Anton and Suhee on the end, on the other side. And then my comments are very similar for Shotaro. Just because we've styled it with an open collar doesn't change the fact it's just a very classic cut suit. And again, we're losing the detail. You can see that this is a jacquard, but black on black is just not picking up in the photographs well. And that is something that should be considered when you're styling for a red carpet. Dark details on dark fabric, flash photography. Basically an eraser at this point. So, not the right choices. Unsok's, I love the strong shoulder silhouette, but apart from that, I don't think it's that much more exciting than Sungchan's or Shotaro's. This really needs to be spiced up with some accessories because it's just leaning a bit plain. Especially when you look down the line at Sohee, who's wearing a fucking crystal Louis Vuitton harness. It's like day and night. You know, Wonbin's, the details are completely lost. When you see this on the Instagram, it looks like a black suit with navy embroidery in the Louis Vuitton monogram. It looks beautiful on their Instagram, but here it's just so lost, and especially with the dark shirt underneath, it's such a shame because the silhouette of the suit looks really cool, the detail's cool, but it's lost. Sohee's look, thank fuck we're making up for his mama look. He's easily got the best look here, in my opinion. The grey trouser, it looks like a straight cut. It also looks like it's a jacquard fabric. If not, there's some kind of pattern to it. We've then got the oversized black blazer with the subtle embroidery, and over top we're getting that grey Louis Vuitton crystal stoned harness. Christ, my brain hurts. I think this is the most interesting look here. It's the most contemporary look here. The grey lifts really nicely off of the rest of his outfit, and I wish maybe some of the other details in these looks were grey or just a lighter colour so they really would have picked up in the photography stronger. Anton's look is very similar to Sohee's. It looks like a more fitted cut of suit, and then you can see that we're getting that harness detail over the top. When you zoom in, you can really lightly see the monogram, and when you look on their Instagram, you can see that monogram very clearly, like in jacquard across the harness. And like in person, the details of these outfits would have been so beautiful, but just in the photography, it's flopped. It's so annoying. So yeah, not RIIZE's strongest red carpet moment. It's not bad by any means. It's just such a shame we've lost these details, and there's such a disconnect from Anton and Sohee on the right and Shotaro and Sunghan on the right. Up next, we've got SHINee. I think this is a really nice set of looks. Each member has got their own details going on. If I'm completely honest, I expected just a bit more because Taemin and Key are so known for their visuals and their fashion. I think this is very cohesive, as all of the guys have got the white shirts, the black ties, and that's like the base of all of their looks. And then each of them have their own details going on. Taemin, we can see that glittery fabric picking up, and then the suit itself has this really cool button detail with the buttons are covered in satin. It's a contrast to the glitter, and they're in different scales. We can also see the cut is quite contemporary. It's cropped, it's boxy, the wide leg trousers. So I do really like his suit. Minho's look, it reads a bit more classic when you first look at it, but then you see that really cool buckle detail coming down from the collar of the jacket. I think that's a really nice touch, and the styling with that black vest underneath helps give it those contemporary twists, and I do really personally enjoy contemporary twists on something classic, and I think that vibe really, really suits him. Key's look, this has a slight feminine touch that I really, really love. I can't work out if the white shirt underneath is lace or if it's like a plissé kind of fabric. You can see that there's this really cool, subtle kind of like wavy texture to it. And then the jacket over the top, collarless with that scalloped edge, that adds to the feminine flair of this look. I really do love it. I just think it's very subtle. I think just with Key, I always expect something just a bit more extravagant, but it's still a very chic, beautiful look. Moving on to Silica Gel. If you don't know who Silica Gel are, I'll admit I didn't. They are a South Korean indie rock band, and they formed in 2013. I think the set of looks is okay. I can see what they were trying to do with the wide leg trousers, but the fit of the wide leg trousers looks off on all of the members. It looks way too long because you can see it bunching a lot around the ankles, and the length of the trouser is like the easiest thing to alter. And then for me, the top half of their looks aren't lining up. We're getting a t-shirt and a blazer, a jacket that's got this like outdoorsy kind of feel. Then we're getting a shirt and a tie, then a black shirt. So the top half of the outfits just don't come together very well for me. Next up, we've got StayC, and just because it's all black doesn't make it cohesive. There are details in this set that just don't tie in to any of the other members, like the gold buttons, the feathers, like where is that else throughout this set of looks? And it does honestly to me look like the members have been styled individually, then they've just met at the red carpet, and it's just not good. For me anyway. If you like this, whatever. It's about my opinion. Okay. Finishing up with ZEROBASEONE. I mean, before we jump into our worst dress section. This is a huge improvement for ZEROBASEONE, especially compared to the Fact Music Awards, the Mama, when we were getting that awful navy blue and black colour palette. We are getting the black and the white. This is something we've seen before, but it is such a big improvement, especially from the weird use of the faux fur in the last one, like Gyuvin, poor Gyuvin, and the weird like faux fur sash. No. I must have been feeling funny when I was taking notes because I wrote down Wake One or waking up and finally taking a step in the right direction, but there's still room to grow. What a bitch. What a little bitch. Oh my god. I do like the texture of leather throughout these looks, but I do think that there are still issues that need to be addressed. Gyuvin, I really like the combination of the thin choker around the neck with the Prada bolo tie, but I think a wide leg trouser would immediately make this look more contemporary and cool. Jiwoon, we saw him in this exact fucking silhouette at the Mama, except from the long coat is in pleather, and I'm making a emphasis on pleather, not leather. Slight shade, but you can clearly see that's not real leather, and when something looks a bit on the red carpet, that's the last thing you want. So yes, pleather. We saw this exact long pleather cut, not pleather, on him at the Mama, so switch it up, give the boy something else, fuck me, come on. I believe it is then Taeray stood next to Jiwoon. They changed their standing order slightly, so let me know if I've got that right. This outfit looks odd to me because we've got this extremely cropped jacket, but then the white shirt and tie worn open, the tie worn very loose, so it just looks weird with such a cropped jacket. And the fact that the jacket is cropped higher than the waist of the trousers, and you can see the shirt like bagged in quite sloppily into the trouser. No, that does not look sleek. It looks sloppy. And it's quite an obvious detail for the stylist to miss. Like, what the fuck? And then on the very right, we have Ganuk. Please correct my pronunciation. I don't think that's correct. I know usually you drop the W. Help me. The jacket tucked in just looks rogue to me, and again it's giving big pleather vibes in a bad way. I don't care if your leather is real or fake as long as it doesn't look cheap, and this is looking a touch cheap, and that's me putting touch in there to be polite. Sorry. Hao and Ricky easily have the best looks. How I love the texture of the leather, and then how they've snatched in that waist. The silhouette looks so fucking good. And then the same with Ricky, the leather trench, the strong shoulders, how it's snatched at the waist. You know, you guys know I fucked with a snatched waist. And then the simple black pieces underneath, contrasting with that bleached hair. Like, come on, what a look. So yeah, an improvement for ZEROBASEONE. We're stepping in the right direction. I hope I continue to see these improvements as their red carpet season goes along. But I also feel like I could dress this group better than their stylist at this point. And I'm like, come on, hit me up. My business email is in the description box. Fly me out, I'll help you. Jumping into the worst dress section, I think you guys know. NCT Dream, the same classic middle-aged tailoring that we're seeing, well, I'm seeing for the third season in a row. Give us something else. StayC, lack of cohesion, even though it's all black, like it just doesn't come together for me, no. And then Kiss of Life, it's just so boring. The Melon Music Awards 2023 red carpet, it did not give. It did not give. We had some great moments. aespa served, Boy Next Door, Wall step up. We saw a big improvement from IVE, even though, you know, there was some imbalance. And we saw ZEROBASEONE taking a little step in the right direction. So, some good moments, but mostly it's, yeah. Let me know who your best and worst dressed are in the comments. I'm curious to hear your opinions. As always, fashion is subjective, so, you know, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying at all. That's what I love about fashion. Everyone has their own taste, opinions, whatever. So let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for being patient with me getting this video out, you know, and thank you if you've made it through to the end of this video with my nasally, raspy, stunning voice. If you did make it this far through to the video, leave me the like emoji that's like sniffling a little fucking tissue, because that's me right now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. A massive thank you to everyone who's subscribed. You are amazing, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.